Hello, everybody. It was too quiet. Hello, everybody. I'm like, wow, okay. My name is Brian McLaughlin. I'm Media Relations Director for the National Black Theater Festival. How excited are we that we're closing in on the 2015 National Black Theater Festival? I was telling someone this morning, I said, no, they normally bring it every festival, but just what I'm hearing, what's coming this festival, they have knocked it so far out the park that there's no park, okay? I mean, it is just, so I'm just so really excited. And we are so excited to be introducing today a lot of important people, but most importantly, we are introducing our two celebrity co-chairs who are like the ambassadors, kind of ambassadors of the festival. They're during that week, they're the celebrity face of the festival, and they are truly two wonderful people that believe not only in what Larry Leon Hamlin started and what is this organization and what Sylvia Hamlin is continuing, but we are truly excited to have them today. So I would like to start off today by introducing a wonderful person that is continuing, as I just said, her husband's dream. And I like to say this because I worked with Larry for so many years. And so going from Larry mode to Sylvia mode was fun. And it's interesting and it's wonderful. She believes in results, deadlines, and making sure things are on point. So that leads me to making sure I stay on time. So please welcome the president of the NCBRC Board of Directors and the executive producer of the National Black Theater Festival, Sylvia Sprinkle Hamlin.
Good afternoon, everyone. Black theater is for everyone. Yay. It is my pleasure to welcome you and to let you know that we are planning a very exciting festival this year. And before I go on, I would like to introduce some special guests. First of all, I would like to recognize the Hamlin family and Mama Mavtastic. Would you stand? Of course, I would also like to recognize my family, the Sprinkle, Norwood, Williams family. Our very strong supporters, the Board of Directors of the North Carolina Black Repertory Company. Would you please stand and let people see you? Also, the board of the Theater Guild, if you're here, please stand. Any board members from the Theater Guild? The Mavtastic Society. See, I recognize everybody. The Mavtastic Society. Yay, 1,000 donors. Guild members. Yay. And most importantly, our hard-working staff. I say they're the hardest working staff in show business. Would the staff stand? NCBRC, NBTF staff, please stand. We also have David Taylor, is he here? The Executive Director of the Harvey Gantt Center. If he's not here, he's supposed to be here. He'll probably be here later. And last but not least, Dr. Elwood Robinson, Chancellor of Winston-Salem State University. Yay! So I would like to say thank you to all of you who are here, the volunteers, festival volunteers, yay! We'd like to say thank you for being here, and we have some exciting things that's gonna come, and I think that you're gonna love the co-chairs. So that's it for me for right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. August 3rd through the 8th, Winston-Salem will once again turn purple. And and she mentioned the volunteers. We have the best sea and army of volunteers that any organization can have, and we could not do this festival without our volunteers. So we are very happy to have them here. But the week of August 3rd through 8th, it's just, okay, the energy is a shift change here in Winston. And it all started so many years ago in 1989 when Larry Leon Hamlin had a dream. And today, this is what's happening. It's continued, it's stronger, and we can't do it without you. And we like to call Winston-Salem Black Theater Holy Ground. And that's exactly what it is, because Larry's goal was to extend and make all of the world see the importance of black theater, and I believe the NBTF is doing that. We cannot have the festival. We have to have the city behind us, and a champion for this festival for so many years is our wonderful mayor. So he's also acting as our fundraising co-chair, and his sidekick. I don't know. I was trying to find a sidekick because we call Llewellyn and Patrice Hoda and Kathy Lee, so I don't know what to call Mayor Allen and Nigel. We'll come up with something. But please welcome to the podium our fundraising co-chairs, Mayor Allen Joins and Nigel Austin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We're going high tech here. Instead of a piece of paper, we have a smartphone with a list on it. So it's my pleasure to serve as co-chair with the mayor. So it's great to have a mayor as a sidekick, right? Someone to hang out with. We want to recognize our sponsors and contributors, and as we call your name, we'll ask for the organizations, for individuals who are representing them to please stand, and for you to please thank them for contributing generously so that we can put on an outstanding festival. With that, we're going to turn it over to the mayor. Pass over the smartphone.
Thank you, Nigel. Batman and Robin, maybe? I don't know. I'll be Robin. I can't tell you as mayor how excited I am. In 2015, we're going to turn the city purple again, as Sylvia said. It's a great time for our community as we put the focus of really the world on us for that period of several days here in Winston-Salem. And we have such a great time here, but more importantly, we do support and nourish black theater all across the country and recognize its importance. But as Nigel said, we can't do it just by selling tickets. So we have to raise a good amount of money, and Nigel's really the heavy lifter in that regard. I try to help a little bit as we go, but it's my pleasure to introduce and recognize the sponsors. If there's someone from the organization here, please stand and just hold our applause till I name all of those. First is the Argus Foundation, the Arts Council of Winston-Salem. I know Jim Sparrow is here. Branch Banking and Trust, or BB&T as we love them. The City of Winston-Salem, we're here, and Ed McNeil is here and others. Duke Energy Foundation. Haynes Brand Incorporated, I saw Cheryl Lindsay right there. Innovation Quarter. The Marvtastic Society. The Millennium Fund, and I'm here representing them. North Carolina Arts Council. Reynolds American. The True Liant Federal Credit Union. The Twin City Corridor, they're always a wonderful supporter of this. Thank you all very much. Wells Fargo, our great corporate citizen here. Winston-Salem State University, Chancellor, thank you for your continuing support. And Visit Winston-Salem. I know there are a good number of folks from Visit Winston-Salem with us today. So let's give them all a hand and say thank you for being a sponsor. I'll now give it back to Nigel.
All right, Batman is now back. So for our contributors, ABL Management, Allegra Printing and Images, Carolina Vineyards and Hops, Excalibur Direct Marketing, Foreign Italia, Newbridge Bank, that's all there with that. New Institutional Christian Church Center, North Carolina Central University, Salem College, Salem Town Retirement Community, St. John Christian Methodist Episcopal Church, Union Baptist Church, University of North Carolina School of the Arts, Wake Forest University, and Winston-Salem Transit Authority. Would you please give them all a round of applause? And before the tag team takes its seat, we'd like to recognize the fundraising committee. So with all members of the fundraising committee that are present, would you please stand? These are the folk who are making the calls and pressing the flesh. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's give Batman and Robin another hand here. You know, it's live theater. We are so proud. The North Carolina Black Repertory Company is proud to be part of the Arts Council of Winston-Salem and Forsyth County. We would like to bring its president and CEO. Please welcome Mr. Jim Sparrow.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. I have to admit that I'm very excited to go through my first Black Theater Festival, National Black Theater Festival. I've been here for almost 2 years, but since this is something that I took on the position right after your last festival, this is something that is building anticipation and has for the last 2 years. Plus, it gives me some excuse to add some purple to my repertoire because I don't own a lot. So I'll look forward to doing a little shopping. The Arts Council is very excited and thrilled to be in a community that supports arts at a level that this does, and I think the National Black Theater Festival represents that at such a high level, especially when we're talking about a regional national event and what attention it can bring to Winston-Salem. It is at the core what I think we're talking about when we talk about Winston-Salem as a city of the arts. So with that, I will look forward to this festival. It is something that I've been anticipating, and I'll go out and buy some purple. So again, thank you so much, and we're glad to be a part of this.
We love fresh meat at the festival. So Jim, we're so happy you're here. The Winston-Salem Convention and Visitors Bureau. The Winston-Salem Convention and Visitors Bureau, they play such an important role in the festival and making sure that the city is ready, and we partnership. And we're very happy to have Christian Schroeder here. Please welcome Christian Schroeder.
Good afternoon. Let me begin, as Sylvia did as well, with recognizing some of our board members with the Forsyth County Tourism Development Authority Visit Winston-Salem Board. Ms. Ravonda Dalton-Rand is here with us today with Winston-Salem State University. And Mr. Jim Keller with the Twin City Corridor. So thank you for your service. And I don't believe I've missed anyone else, but if I did, please wave your hand. So. On behalf of our board and the entire hospitality community and Visit Winston-Salem, I'm delighted to be part of today's announcement. Visit Winston-Salem for several years has enjoyed being a sponsor and an active partner with the National Black Theater Festival. Every 2 years, the festival and its performances, opening night gala, poetry jam, youth events, and international market showcase one of the key pillars of what makes Winston-Salem who we are as a destination, and that's the arts. Tens of thousands of visitors will enjoy the festival, stay in our hotels, dine in our restaurants, shop in our stores, and visit our attractions. When the festival concludes, these visitors will have spent millions of dollars during their stay. In addition to the millions of dollars being pumped into our community by the visitors enjoying the festival, the National Black Theater Festival puts Winston-Salem on a national stage and creates opportunities to grow tourism for Winston-Salem, for future leisure trips, for business and conventions. Thank you for these opportunities that you create. Visit Winston-Salem, the Convention Visitors Bureau, and the hospitality community looks forward to working with the dedicated staff of the North Carolina Black Repertory Company and the National Black Theater Festival to ensure another successful and marktastic event this August. Thank you.
Okay, you've been hearing the word marktastic thrown around. It's a word that was coined by our late founder. And we have a campaign, and you heard earlier the Marftastic Society, and to come and give you some more information on how you can become a part of those organizations, we have Renita Brewington, who's president of the NCBRC Theater Guild, and John Singleton. He's a board member with the NCBRC. Please welcome Renita and John.
Good afternoon. Well, I want to take a few minutes to tell you, for those of you who are not actors or directors or playwrights, how you can play an important part in ensuring that the 2015 National Black Theater Festival is a success. There is no better way to demonstrate your understanding of what the National Black Theater Festival means to our city, our region, and our state, but than joining the Marftastic Society. For those of you who are already members of the Marftastic Society, I thank you, and I hope you've taken the opportunity to renew your membership if you haven't already. The Marftastic Society members make a donation of $1,000 that covers their participation for a 2-year period. In return, they receive an array of exciting benefits, such as a pair of tickets to all the North Carolina Black Repertory Company's performances during that 2-year period, as well as complimentary admissions into our Purple and Black Ball. Another option for those of you that want to support the festival is to join the North Carolina Black Repertory Company's Theater Guild. Now, Guild members range between $500 and as low as $25, and they also have a variety of benefits. John?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Funds generated by the Society and the Guild are used to cover the constantly rising costs of bringing the best of Black theater from across the country and around the world. More than any single event, the National Black Theater Festival focuses attention on our little corner of the world. With that attention come thousands of visitors who fill our hotel rooms, restaurants, and retail stores. You've heard that before, but it doesn't hurt to emphasize it. So if you believe in the vision of the late Larry Leon Hamlin and what his vision continues to mean for our community, please join the inner circle of friends who are Marftastic Society members or Guild members. There is a table at the back of the room with forms that will enable you to join the Society or the Guild today. If you'd like to take the information with you and review it, you can make the commitment later. But don't delay. The 2015 National Black Theater Festival will be here before we know it. And while you might not have the unique talents to be a performer, you can play a very important part in making the 2015 festival one of the best ever. Thank you.
All right, if anyone that knew Larry knew that he really had a heart for the youth, and which is evident through our youth celebrity program with Cleo Solomon heads. Wave your hand, Cleo. She does a great job every year with our youth celebrity project. And we also wanted to make sure that the teens here in the city during festival week, that they had something to do and they were a part of the festival. We have an exciting component of the festival called Teen-tastic, and we are so proud to have Demetra Dove, who had worked in the office for a while, and she is heading it for the first time. Fresh meat, Teen-tastic, and Tim Grant is helping her, so please welcome Demetra Dove and Tim Grant.
Good afternoon. I don't know if I call myself fresh meat. I've been around since I was a kid volunteering with the Youth Celebrity Project, so I'm honored to definitely be here and to work with the Teen-tastic event this year. Along with Mr. Tim Grant and the City of Winston-Salem, we're so excited to announce that the teens this year will definitely be working and having their own, almost their own space with the fairgrounds this year. So we're working very closely with the city so that we can kind of create a new environment for the teens to have their own, almost like a mini festival, so they get a piece of the artistic and the culture within themselves. Okay.
Good afternoon. I guess you've met new meat, and I'm old meat. But on behalf of the city, we are very excited to enter into this partnership with the National Black Theater Festival, specifically with the Teen-tastic events. What we have planned on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening will take place up at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds. And I can guarantee we're working on some very exciting and innovative, not only some performances, but activities that will engage our teens and keep them busy, probably up past midnight. So we're very excited. Stay tuned. We'll be announcing some major announcements later on. As I mentioned earlier coming in, someone asked me, who you're going to have? And I said, well, I'm old enough to know that you never talk about who you're going to have until you get the contract signed. So thank you.
I know, Tim, I've been asked that too. A lot of the media's asking me. I heard Drake, I heard, but just know that that committee, they're working really hard. It's going to be some exciting things. And we're so happy because we want the youth and we want the teens to be involved, and we want them to be involved in a positive way. And I'm sure Demetra, old meat and new meat, whatever meat they call them, they're really going to work tirelessly doing that. We said we cannot do this festival without the volunteers, and we can't. It's a sea of purple. And these volunteers, I'm telling you, I was trying to get into one of the theaters last festival to meet a media person, and that volunteer was like, who are you? Were you supposed to be back here? I was like, yeah, okay. They were like, who are you? So I mean, our volunteers, they take their job so seriously and they love what they do. And there's so many opportunities and so many different elements and components that you can volunteer. So to discuss some of those opportunities, I'm going to bring to the stage Patrice Tony, who's our volunteer coordinator, along with Llewellyn Corey. Please welcome Patrice and Llewellyn.
Good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't felt it yet, it's festival time, and we're very excited. It's like it's a new face that Winston-Salem puts on every 2 years when it's time for the festival. So we're gearing up for it, as you've heard. And the thing that we say every 2 years when we come up here, and it remains true, we can't do this without the volunteers. The volunteers are, I had written down the face of the festival, but you know, the volunteers are the blood, sweat, and tears of the festival. So we're very proud of our volunteers and all the hard work they put in before the festival starts and during the festival, and for some of them even after the festival. So we're just here to encourage people to volunteer, to celebrate and recognize our volunteers that we have who have been with us, some of whom have been with us since the beginning of the festival. But we're always looking for new volunteers. There are always new things to be done. And our visitors comment on how impressed they are with our volunteers, that the volunteers are so welcoming and so helpful and go the extra mile. As Brian said, we're looking for serious people. We've got serious people, and we're just so proud and happy that the volunteers present such a positive face for the festival. To volunteer, it's very simple. The only thing you have to do is fill out an application. The application is on our website, NBTF for National Black Theater Festival, nbtf.org, or you can come by our office at 610 Coliseum Drive and pick up a volunteer application and turn it in. And then your application will be given to one of the area coordinators, and you could be chosen to volunteer. So we hope that everyone will keep this in mind. If you haven't volunteered before, there's something I'm sure that you have to offer to support the festival. If you have volunteered before, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm preaching to the choir with you, but we're happy to have you back, and we look forward to working with you. Now Patrice will say a few words about the areas.
Good afternoon. My name is Patrice Tony, and
Llewellyn and I have been volunteer coordinators for a while. We are, I think, a great team. Brian calls us Hoda and Kathy Lee, but I'm Hoda of the Kathy Lee. One thing I would see Kathy Lee still talking. I would like to acknowledge some of our assistant volunteer coordinators. Llewellyn and I cannot do this by ourselves. We have some phenomenal Martastic leaders who are over the various areas. We have information desk assistant coordinators that are here with us today, Eleanor Gore and Linda Page. Bob Brown is here, and June Anthony from the box office. We have Miss Ninetta Crockett, who's going to be over the bus assistance this year. So if you want to be a bus monitor, the city of Winston-Salem does a great job with the transportation, and then we have bus monitors that help people on and off the bus. So if you would like to do that, please see her. Quilla Davis, it does our youth volunteers. Let's see, who else is here? Other volunteers. Rick Wood, he is our vendor coordinator. So if you want to be a vendor assistant, he would be glad to help you. Faye Red's here, she does security. And Tawana McCullough, she assists with her. Landis Kimbrough, way in the back, transportation. Hey, Gwen. Cleopatra Solomon does our youth celebrity project. Lucy Vaughn is formerly PA, and she will be helping our ushers this year. And Catherine over here is on the side. She does our film series workshops. She does an excellent job with that. So these are some of the faces of our leadership team. They do a great job. We already have started meeting on Saturdays, but please see these people if you are interested, or see Llewellyn and I. We need you, we want you. If you've never volunteered before, we would love to have you on board. So put on your purple and black. Why? Because the festival is back. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy Lee. Thank you. I'm telling you, the volunteers are so important. Bus monitors from everything, just how important they are. I had my grandmother here one festival and was trying to see Jackie Wilson, but she got on the bus for Moist. And I was like, Grandma, come off that bus. You don't want to be on that one. The bus monitor helped me get her off, and we got to the right play. So, I mean, each little thing is huge for the festival for our volunteers, okay? I was told to lower this mic. That's as low as it goes, Dr. English, okay. So, next, what you've been waiting for, we are about to meet our celebrity co-chairs, and we are so pumped up about these two people. And to introduce them, please welcome a longtime friend, supporter, just a wonderful person to be part of the festival. Please welcome Dr. Elwanda Ingram.
Good afternoon. Now you know why he had to lower the mic. It is my distinct honor to introduce our two celebrity co-chairs for the 2015 National Black Theater Festival. She was born in the small southern town of Dunn, North Carolina. He is a British-born actor. They are both accomplished and award-winning actors whose careers have spanned more than 3 decades in theater, television, and film. She appeared in the Broadway production of What the Wine Cellars Buy. He performed in the national tour of the Broadway hit musical Your Arms Too Short to Box with God with Jennifer Holliday. A partial list of her other theater credits include Colored People Time, My Sister, and Once in a Lifetime. One of his musical theatrical performances include the musical Selma. Yes, there was a Selma musical long before the Oscar-nominated movie Selma. He also appeared in the play Spalding Gray, Stories Left to Tell. She was seen in the late 70s on television shows such as Good Times and What's Happening. He was a regular on TV's popular show Soul Train in the mid-1970s. She played opposite Denzel Washington in the biopic The Hurricane and Samuel L. Jackson in the acclaimed film Eve's Bio. She also appeared in Love and Basketball with Dennis Haysbert, Omar Epps, and Sanaa Lathan, and was featured in the Showtime television drama Soul Food. He has been seen on Law and Order SUV, NYPD Blue, and ER, and in the films Shadowboxer, Shortcuts, Simone, Detour, and the television movie Stopping at the Savoy, directed by Debbie Allen. He had a recurring role as a counselor on the primetime drama Felicity. He has done work behind the scenes as an acting coach and director in the land of daytime television. He also co-directed the independent film Manhattanites. During the mid-1980s, they both co-hosted a dance show titled New York Hot Tracks, which also featured music videos. But it was their iconic roles on a long-running daytime television series which won the hearts of millions all around the country, solidifying their huge fan base and along the way garnering multiple Emmy Awards. Their character story began in 1982 when the two met as teenagers. Their classic tale of forbidden love, in which a good girl falls for the streetwise bad boy, kept viewers tuned in daily. Their love saw its fair share of drama, which included teenage pregnancy, jealousy, and an extramarital affair. In a May 22, 2008 episode at their second wedding, her character says, "When we first got married, we couldn't share the joy that we felt with the people that we loved." He says, "A lot of you people in this room, you helped me find my way back home to my family and to my angel." She says, "I intend to spend the rest of my life loving you. I will grow with you, I will care for you and learn from you. When you speak, I will listen." Maybe not all the time. He says, "Oh God, baby, my whole world changed when I met you. You made me a better man, and because of you, I have life, I have love, and I'm going to protect that love with everything I have." The minister says, "Will you have this woman to be your wedded wife, to live together in a state of matrimony?" He says, "Are you kidding me?" The minister says, "Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep yourself only unto her, as long as you both shall live?" He says, "I will." And she says, "You better." End of scene. And the rest is soap opera history. Well, if you haven't already guessed by now, that was the actual dialogue from the first African-American super couple on an American soap opera. To devoted soap fans, their characters' names are synonymous with Black love. They were so popular, we had to include them as a couple today. Best known for their portrayal of Angie and Jesse from the long-running daytime television series All My Children. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2015 National Black Theater Festival Celebrity Co-Chairs, Debbie Morgan and Darnell Williams.
Thank you. Dr. Ingram, I think you're going to try to get my job, right? Hello.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
This morning. Thank you for having us.
So, there was, let's see, Bogey and Bacall, Tracy and Hepburn, Burton and Taylor,
Ross and Williams,
Ozzie and Ruby,
and
Jesse and Angie. You know, I just want to say how honored I am to be following the long list of luminaries, the likes of which include Sidney Poitier, Maya Angelou, Ozzie Davis, and Ruby Dee, to co-host this year's festival with one of my dearest friends on this entire planet, Mr. Darnell Williams. And you know, Darnell and I might be a long way from Pine Valley, but not from the legacy that we left on daytime television portraying those beloved and iconic characters for almost 3 decades. 3 decades now, how can that be? I'm only 35.
That is a miracle.
So, you know, and those characters will forever be a part of soap opera history. And you know, so many folks love Jesse and Angie, but especially black folks. Hey Angie, where Jesse? Hey Jesse, where Angie? Angie, why you want to do Jesse like that? Because, you know, they could recognize themselves in these characters. And I think when we watch television, when we go to movies, we want to somehow be able to connect with the characters we're watching, identify with them, have some familiarity. And it seems that we are moving forward in that regard, as we've seen recently in primetime television. As far as film goes, not so much, which is why we saw no representation of black actors, directors being nominated at this year's 2015 Academy Awards. Simply put, and yet again, a travesty, howsoever, we have one of the most prestigious, historical, important events that pays enormous pride, recognition, and tribute to so many of our African American artists and to our culture, and that is the National Black Theater Festival. Founded in 1989 when I was 10, do the math, by, of course, the late Larry Leon Hamlin, better known as Mr. Mauve-tastic, a true visionary. And you know, it's a history of the festival to showcase productions by a wealth of black artists and to give educational workshops, seminars, panel discussions, focusing on preserving and revitalizing black theater. And this coming season is going to be so wonderful because submissions are coming not from just all throughout the United States and Canada, but from Japan, China, Africa. It is going to be so exciting. And it's also especially gratifying to so many theater goers who travel far and wide to see stupendous theater here at the festival. And another wonderful component is that there's always a chance, an opportunity that one might have their theatrical piece to be produced or to be taken on tour. So let's talk about my theatrical piece. I've written my personal memoir entitled The Monkey on My Back, which, thank you, which is being published by Simon & Schuster and will be released June 23rd. I've also written a one-woman show based upon the book and of the same title, which I actually performed at the 2013 festival for one night, but we'll be performing a full run this season. So hopefully many of you will come out and join me on this captivating, hilarious, thought-provoking journey which chronicles much of my tumultuous life, and that will hopefully inspire. And so now I respectfully turn to my most handsome co-chair, Mr. Darnell Williams.
I thought you said you were nervous then. You made me look like a fool. I gotta read my stuff. She's up here like just there. Anyway. Often in this business, you, as an actor, director, producer, artist, you try to find ways to remain relevant. Theater has a way of keeping you relevant. Keeps your art alive. It does for me anyway. And theater has been like the backbone for my career, sort of like the unsung hero, if you will. Sort of been like my life raft, you know, a little canoe. You know, I would float away into the land of TV or movies, but I would always come back thanks to that raft or the canoe, always come back. It would always lead me back to theater, no matter how long it took, and for that I will always and forever be grateful. It was an unexpected phone call that I got from Mr. Lawrence Evans, asking me if I would co-chair the 2015 National Black Theater Festival. And my response was, "You kidding?" It'd be an honor. It would be an honor. At least that's the first thought that went through my mind. To be asked to join the pantheon of black champions that have done this before, to lightly tread in the legendary footsteps of those that have come before us, I said to myself, hey, I could do that. Not too shabby, huh? Not to mention the opportunity to hang out and, or should I say, be graced with the presence of one of my absolute favorite people on the planet, my BFF, Miss D. Morgan. I love this woman. I have kissed this woman 1,000 times and loved every minute of it. Absolutely. She's gifted. She's blessed, as you all know. She's absolutely stunning. And you know what? We still have not done a play together yet, Deb.
I know.
I mean, what's up with that?
We have to do something about that.
We're going to have to do something soon because, I mean, I know I'm 84, so that makes you what?
Yeah, speak for yourself.
29, what, you 29 yet? Anyway, I would like to thank you all for having us here. And to have been asked to come here absolutely is a win-win situation for me, for Debbie, a no-brainer. So I would just like to thank you all for having us down here. So let's just keep breaking them legs.
Thank you.
See?
And we just have so many wonderful, as I mentioned, relationships with the city. We would like to recognize our wonderful, you know, the festival, there's so many components and so many partnerships. We couldn't also work here and do, it is work, have the festival without a wonderful relationship with our police department. So Chief Roundtree, I think is here. Is Chief Roundtree? Raise your hand in the back. Thank you so much for all you do every festival. It's a great relationship, and we thank you for that. And I hope you don't get mad. I tell some people that you're related to Richard Roundtree. I hope that sort of makes it better. It's theater. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at me. Okay, so now we are so excited that we have a new executive director at the for the NCBRC. We love her energy, and we are so excited that she is aboard this year, and she's working tirelessly to make sure that this organization survives. And I would like to introduce our executive director of the NCBRC, Ms. Taylor Terry. Give her a hand, please.
Good afternoon. The North Carolina Black Repertory Company got off to an exciting start for the second part of our season with our Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. In recognition of Women's History Month, the Black Rep will present two compelling plays entitled Excelsior by Sam Art Williams and Sojourner Truth, A Legacy, which has been written and performed by Sandra Jones. This double bill will run from March 13th through the 15th at the Arts Council Theater. We really want you to come on out, get your tickets today. It's going to be an amazing, amazing show. Also, from May 17th through 19th, the Black Rep will present the musical, The Glory of Gospel, which illuminates the origins of gospel music from a historical perspective. This year will also mark the first time that we will be participating in the reading of the Broadway hit play, Home. So we want you to come on out and check that out. But then also, one of the things that we are extremely excited about and something that will round out our season is on Monday, on June 15th, Project One Voice, which is a national nonprofit, whose purpose is to strengthen and promote African American theater, will showcase over 30 Black theaters, all performing on the same day at the same time. I encourage you to come out and support our productions and other activities. I'm very excited to be here, and I look forward to seeing you at the festival. Thank you.
The Theater Festival is all about performance, it's all about talent, and we are very proud that we have as our artistic director for the NCBRC is a theater veteran who's been on Broadway, who still can lift her legs somewhat. Maybe, oh, that didn't come out right. Dancing. She is so artistic. She's the right person for the job, and she was in, I think, Cotton Comes to Harlem, and just her resume is just extensive. But we're happy that she's our artistic director, and she's here to introduce a special musical guest. We're all about theater as entertainment, so we wouldn't want to leave you without giving you a taste of some things to come. So to introduce our special celebrity guest, please welcome the artistic director of the NCBRC, the one and only Mabel Robinson.
Anchor that. Good afternoon. How is everybody? Great. I am just excited about it's the festival. Okay, let me just get down to introducing our guest artist. Our guest performer was born and raised in Harlem, New York, the daughter of noted jazz trumpeter and band leader Bobby Booker. She is a talented recording artist and an actor, known as the First Lady of Def Jam. She is clearly a triple threat who sings classic soul ballads, jazz standards, as well as legitimate Broadway show tunes. She studied dance with the legendary Arthur Mitchell at the Dance Theater of Harlem and at the world-renowned Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. She starred in more than a dozen musical stage plays that toured across the country. She appeared on Broadway in Rollin' on the TOBA, One More Time, and the 25th anniversary of revival of The Wiz. She has shared the stage with Nancy Wilson, Chaka Khan, Freddie Jackson, Nick and Valerie Simpson, and Dr. Maya Angelou, to name a few. Her path of success was paved with an internship with world-famous Commodores. She sang background in the studio with such artists as Melba Moore Evelyn Champagne King and Curtis Blow, who introduced her to Russell Simmons. She was signed on Simmons' groundbreaking Def Jam label as his first female R&B artist. While signed to Def Jam, Columbia, Sony Records, she recorded 2 albums on the OBR, the original Black Records label. Her first album, titled Raw, spent an impressive 67 weeks on the Billboard charts. The album produced 4 top 5 singles, one of which is the popular hit, Just Call My Name. Her second album, self-titled, featured songs produced by Al B. Shore and Babyface, boasted several chart-topping singles. That's wonderful. She produced her third solo album with Marcus Johnson, titled It's About Time. She has appeared on Soul Train, The Jay Leno Show, BET on Jazz, and most recently, The Monique Show. She mentors children and young adults and does vocal coaching and artistic development for up-and-coming artists. Through her production company, AWP, A Woman's Prerogative, she is writing musical stage plays, there's your show, the books, television treatments, and a radio show. Along with performing with her band, the Allison Williams Experience, she is currently performing in 2 of her red-hot stage productions, Old Friends, Allison Williams sing tribute to the legendary Phyllis Hyman, and her concert series, Diva Palooza. Please welcome Miss Allison Williams.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's such an honor to be here. I'll just take a moment, if I may, and I'll be brief, to say how honored I am to be here and to say whoever's hammering in the back, cut it out. We're almost done. It's amazing. I spent many years trying to figure out how and where to get to the National Black Theater Festival. It seems that sometimes I'd make phone calls to friends of mine just randomly and they'd always be at the festival. And this went on for years at a time. And I'd be like, wait a minute, how come I don't know? Where is it? How can I get there? And finally I put my mind to it and realized that I had been spending quite a bit of time here in Winston-Salem as a result of being mentored by Dr. Maya Angelou. And I said, well, you got a place to stay and you know how to get here. It's time. So in 2013, I decided that I would definitely, nothing could stop me from being here. What I did not know is that when I arrived in town, that Doctor would have me come to the house and inform me that she was going to be giving a luncheon for all of the wonderful people that put this festival together, and that I was singing at said luncheon. When Dr. Angelou tells you what you're going to do, you just do it. And you do it happily. So you can only imagine how happy I was to not only come to Winston to witness and be a part of attending the festival, but to be thrust into the center of it and embraced by so many wonderful people. And now to find myself here 2 years later performing, not only for the press element, but for the gala this year, and I'm just excited, and I believe in what this festival means so much. Everything I experienced upon my first visit exceeded all of my expectations, and I know that 2015 is going to do exactly the same. So, without further ado, they asked me to come and sing for you today, and it's my honor. I have a song. Want to hear it? Here it is. In the spirit of Dr. Angelou, living for the moment, holding each other up and loving each other, and above all, spreading joy. Right now. all we know. We may never meet again before we go. Let's make this moment sweet again. We won't say good night till the last minute. I hold out my hand and my heart will be in there. We know this could all just be a dream. We come and we go just like the ribbon on the street. So love me, please love me now. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all so love me, please love me now. Tomorrow it may never come. Tomorrow was made for some. Thank you, Ms. Hamlin and Lawrence. I don't see you. Where are you? Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Beautiful. Thank you, Allison. So, August 3rd through the 8th, make sure that you're here. And between then and now, there are plenty of opportunities. Please come down to the festival office, volunteer. There is still sponsorship. I think Batman and Robin said there's still sponsorship organization opportunities rather available. So if you're part of an organization or a company, go back to the owner of your company, say, hey, be a part of this great opportunity. So August 3rd through 8th, the National Black Theater Festival, Black Theater, Holy Ground. Thank you so much for coming. Let's put our purple on and let's support this wonderful organization. Thank you and have a good afternoon.